single time.
Yeah, and if you've been watching any Champions, Chovy has been playing a whole bunch of games on the Yone as well. But I do want to have a look into the jungle here because, of course, the Sejuani for Peanut is baiting Showmaker in. Oh, this would be very, very dangerous. I think Showmaker knows there's the Flash Arctic Assault, though, and the Winter's Wrath is going to be able to get that permafrost. Showmaker, first blood, the Unbound Soul gets Chovy back to the minion wave.
Of this bottom lane that Ruler and Lahens have. They understood that, yes, they are at lower health, but Dom has spent all his spells there. There was no more damage remaining.
Canyon, so cheeky. Canyon's going to cancel the back, but still being very, very patient, and Dom's gone home. Lahens is going to face check. They're going to see whether they can burst him down. The bubble is just beautiful, and the cat is denied. That is the first kill. Kia on the board.
And that's pivotal because without that, the read from Dr. Menkel, at least for now, was correct in that we didn't see everything that happened in the early laning phase. I know that as early as level 3-4, they were already getting heavily shoved in by the Yuumi and the MF, never really able to recuperate at any point. And at the very least, this time around, they're able to mitigate. Is it enough against the Yuumi? I'm going to say not really, but at the very least, we do see that there is a little bit more pressure here on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it is looking a lot better for them. It is a gold advantage here for Damwon. You know, they're up 8 CS in the bot lane, not massive, but at the very least, you know, they're not down 20-30 as they had ended up in that last game. And we do know the power of the MF double up, right? And sometimes all it takes in these lanes for a lane to go bad is you get that pass-through Q on a minion, you get the kill, you get that bonus damage from that Q, and you lose a couple hundred health, and all of a sudden you can't threaten it all in. And things can become very, very difficult.
Yeah, then you get stuck in a bad back cycle, and then you're going to be behind on tempo, and it kind of snowballs from that, especially against Ruler and Lahens that throughout the entirety of summer have been the most, with the kill currently leading in terms of gold on the map.
Yeah, and it's about a 600 gold advantage for Dom there. They're looking here for Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy's going to get thrown back as Empress Divine is flashed by Chovy there. He's going to get the knock-up as well. Permafrost is going to come through, but Canyon flashes out of the way. Now Peanut wanting to get the flash with the Winter's Wrath, but Canyon's not going to be going down here. And again, another scuffle, but no kills as Doran wants to change this one. Noguri was not the target he was looking for, but he's going to accept it, at least for now, and Chovy gets his second.
Instinct from Damwon, I think very justifiably so, to try and look for plays, try and find anything aggressive as Lahens.
Yeah, Tidal Wave comes through, but there's the final chapter as well. The culling is going to come in. Oh, our buttons are just being pressed here on the bottom side as Peanut will turn up. Does he have one available? He absolutely does. And there it is. It's going to go wide as now Kellen is forced to flash. Bullet time. Ruler, he still had his ulti, but now Canyon's going to turn up. Warrior Trickster to get him forward, gets the flash out of the MF. That is important, but Gen.G get another kill.
Client dive that's available for Damwon as well is still very strong. And to me, one of those X factors is also Showmaker on the Azir here. Gone for the crown build, so very strong into the relatively short range, barring the bot side, as long as he can stay away from Ruler and Lahens, should get a lot of value out of that. And then they lose the fight, and then they lose the objective.
But I think if you are a Damwon fan, you're hoping that the difference, you know, between last game and this game is the fact that Dom is in a much better spot, right?
Absolutely.
You know, he was very behind at this point in the game last time around. Doran here in a bit of a bother.
Might have a bit of a fight as Showmaker holds onto the ultimate for now. The Cyclone comes in as now Peanut getting taken down extraordinarily low. Doran is just going to get taken off the board. Peanut kept alive by the kitty cat, but it does mean that Kia are able to lock down Shirley.
Really nicely done here from Damwon. You know, Canyon, at first I was wondering, is he being a little bit too greedy going on to Peanut there instead of just securing the kill on Doran? But it turns out they have the exact right read. They kill off Doran, and they push out Peanut, forcing his flash as well, plus they get the Rift Herald. So an opportunity for a pretty big play here. Noguri will have to play this safe, though.
And I think a big problem there was that Doran showed a little bit too early, maybe not quite in line with the rest of his team, because I think they were in a position to contest, but with Doran getting picked up and Peanut basically being forced to go in aggressively, not quite the circumstances that they were looking for. And now Kia get the mid lane turret and get a second charge as well, setting them up for a much better...
Juicy turret, he wants the money, he'll pick that one up. And it's here once again on the push.
Yeah, it's just starting to feel like Damwon don't really have an answer, right? And they're not actually being able to effectively respond to these side lanes. They don't have winning side lanes. They're going for Lahens.
Yeah, if Lahens gets caught out, all of the those side lane issues do kind of go away. So Damwon now just going to start off this Baron immediately from over the wall. Showmaker going to be able to do that. Doran, can he allow Peanut to have the space to get in? As Showmaker off towards the side, Noguri over the wall. He needs to get Peanut out of the pit. This could just be the 50-50. There's a phenomenal bubble. He gets in. Oh, Peanut steals it away. He's not going to escape, but they'll say thanks for the leash and Gen.G secure Baron.
And it's an absolute disaster for DWG KIA after a really big pickup on the Yuumi. Chovy doesn't have TP.
In that Baron pit that we prefer not to mention is there's a shutdown onto Canyon. Chovy picks that one up. That's his third of the game. And that is Gen.G now with a gold lead.
It is all going wrong, and when you look at the items, it even gets worse.
Final chapter is invested in as well here, as that's a phenomenal bubble, but not going to be followed up upon. As DWG KIA now backing away. Ruler, a lot of damage to this turret now as he has those two items put together. Peanut, Arctic Assault, but Nuggery with a very well-placed blast cone. Well, not well-placed, but well-used. And will be able to get himself out. This turret, not long for the world though, and Gen.G just starting to stack up this Red Bull Baron power play. Almost 3k now. Hextech ultimatum towards the bottom side. Cask is going to be used to try and get him out of there, as now Doran still underneath this turret. Chovy does lock down the killers. Now Doran's just going to walk it out. Hookshot going to be enough. And Doctom, he cannot overextend. The rest of the cavalry has arrived. Flash forward for Canyon, but the Cyclone is flashed out of the way. A phenomenal knockup comes in, and Ruler's going to lock down the kill. The turret not long for the world, as the MF does so much damage. Peanut nails the ult onto Kellen. It does not stop, gentlemen. It's a double kill here for Ruler.
And that might just be game again. DWG KIA conga line in, and Gen.G says...
So it is so concerning how strong Chovy is in this game, and you can see Doran already threatening that flank. Was spotted by Showmaker, so maybe there's some sort of an opportunity to look for a pick play, but I think Damwon don't have any confidence to walk in towards the Dragon, so they're just going to try to get mid lane prio, maybe get some vision out around Baron, and hope they can maybe catch Gen.G moving up to try to check into them.
Running into is that Peanut, especially with the Yuumi on top of his back, is immovable.
Doran, the flank.
100% in he goes. Oh my goodness, Doctom flashing himself out. Doran may have overextended here as Canyon's clone is going to get smacked down. Great stopwatch to be used, but it's not enough here for the Camille. Doran goes down, and now Doctom trying to free hit. He gets the ultimate, but he pulls himself back out again, once again with the soul unbound. Once again, Doctom going to get engaged on, but the answer is going to be there. Taken down very low, and Ruler is at full health, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge problem for DWG KIA, now moving back. They managed to get the pick off onto the Camille, but it's not quite enough, and Chovy, he's splitting once again.
Chovy's healing up. He can look for a threat in here. He should have the soul unbound back, and Damwon still have got to escape here.
Yep, he's now looking for the blast. Gets himself out of the way. All right, Canyon now trying to escape, but it's the Yuumi that locks him down of all people. Showmaker standing his ground, moving forward. A lot of damage here. Locks down Ruler. How the heck does he do it? It's turn it around.
Showmaker turns around the fight. It only connects on Canyon. The MF ulti not very effective, and they're trying to mark the Baron as well, making sure that Gen.G are not rushing it.
They still have bounties, right? They're still getting gold. Damwon have been making these plays while behind in gold, and
again, it's back to the side lanes. You know, I'm kind of becoming a bit of a broken record, but Damwon have no options to answer it, so now they're just going to say it. All right, it's time to flip Baron.
flip it again!
Yeah, you have to force the flip. Chovy just going to try and walk his way over, but realizes that's not going to get him there soon enough. Glacial Prism with the fade away does a fair bit of work here for Peanut, but they're not wanting to commit to it just yet. This pincer maneuver from Gen.G could be terrifying. Canyon still trying to keep himself safe, and they have the phalanx built up. Doran spots out Noguri there with his sweeper available, and they've held on to the Baron. Now it's Gen.G in the pit. Can Showmaker make it happen as Chovy gets in, gets immediately out again. Now Peanut trying to protect his carries. Doran hookshotting. Noguri goes in. There's the body slam. Showmaker. Oh my God! The 3-man Emperor's Divide. The shutdown to come through as well immediately. Doctom's going to die. And now it's Chovy's turn, but is it going to be enough? Is the question. Doran flashes the double knockup. Oh no, it's not enough. And now Canyon coming through. Doran still has his. And that is going to be, I believe, the ace now completed for Gen.G.
So he can't actually continue the fight. Showmaker very nearly took over the game there. So close to being able to turn that one around, but Dom was killed off on the other side. The Lucian could not survive the fight.
And you also see that even though
Baron's still alive.
well, Baron's alive, we might even get a opportunity as
Oh my
God.
Yeah,
That's revolting.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a very
doesn't matter.
strong Yone.
Who cares?
Yeah, we'll just take the leash, I guess, says Damwon Kia. Peanut says,
Oh, God.
I'm here, I'm the jungler. By the way, please stop.
They
And
gotta
Damwon
leave.
say no. Now Chovy gets the knock up on Nogari, who body slams to get himself out. Chovy now has to get back. Dom thinks it's his angle to get on in, but the GA that he recently purchased is just going to get smacked down. Now Canyon trying to turn it, but Chovy just hits him, and that is going to be the play. The top side is being taken down now. Doran trying to dive forward. He's still got the GA. Empress Divide defensive, but not enough as Ruler just says goodbye to Showmaker, and Gen.G will claim the ace, the triple kill for the MF, and this should be game 2.
And it might have been so close for so long, but in the end, it is a clean ace for Gen.G. An overstep from Damwon Kia trying to find an angle. They need to take risks in this later stage of the game, and it doesn't work out.
God. The damage from Showmaker not going to be enough here as Gen.G will break open the base. Their composition, fantastic. And now, a celebratory MF ult as the bullet time flies through. The Nexus will go down now, match point.